Your face. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the Corner of Remnant. I'm your host, Larissa, and I'm joined by guest CoryTheSmurf.
Hello.
And we are discussing Chapter 10 today. Your Dawn's missing in action. He's moving house. That's why we didn't do the Corner of Remnant last week. But this week I'm like, no, I want to do it, but I need someone to join me. So Cory is joining us today. So yay. Cory, you want to introduce yourself for those who may not know you, but I'm sure most of them do.
I never have to do this part. Hi, I'm CoryTheSmurf. I am one of the co-hosts of the Boopcast, which I do with my best friend She-Noob or Kaylee. You guys all know her too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do. I also do reactions to RWBY. I've been reacting since Chapter 11 of Volume 3, which was good time to get into that.
Oh goodness.
But, yeah, that's kind of me. I've been following RWBY since the Red trailer, so a long time.
Why didn't that work? Fine, I'll copy it. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to type the there you go.
The timer's not working.
The timer's not working. It's fine. Yeah, and Cory quite often joins us on our Twitch streams as well, Dead by Daylight ones and stuff. So if you watched any of my stream highlights videos, I'm sure you would have heard him, especially that the Dead by Daylight one when you were the killer and you closed the trapdoor on me.
I don't feel bad about that.
It's just so funny. You're like, Larissa, like, no. I loved it. That was in the December clips video. But yeah, so today we'll probably touch a little bit on Chapter 9 because we didn't do a Remnant last week because of Chapter 9, but that kind of leads into Chapter 10. But I feel like the last few episodes have really been two-parters. Like you had 8 and 9, which sort of went really well together, and now we've got 10, which probably I think will go very well with Chapter 11, with how things left off. But my sort of thoughts with Chapter 10, it really had the Volume 3 vibe again. Yeah. And I got the feeling like Chapter 11 is going to be a bit like Chapter 11 from Volume 3. That's my feeling, which I kind of hope not, but also kind of do. It's just one of those things like you really want the bad things to happen, but you also don't want the bad things to happen. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah. It's definitely like, I mean, it just especially also just the way this episode began, like with the like score starting before any visual did.
Yes,
like it really reminded me of Chapter 10 in that instance.
Yeah,
I was like, ooh,
and just
I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah, the Grandma just invading the city, and it's just and a lot of Volume 3 feels to it, and I was like, oh no, this is going downhill so quickly. Yeah. Especially like also just everything in this episode. It was too good. It was amazing.
Like things have to go bad now because things are going good. Yeah,
that's the thing, that we're getting some small wins for our characters, but that's not going to last long. I definitely don't think it's well, hopefully they'll get some more little wins, but yeah, and the way things are going. But I love this episode. It's the speech with Robin and Ironwood. I was getting really emotional. Like this is it's just so beautiful. But
I've always said those two would be a great, like, if they could just learn to get along, they would be a very unstoppable force, and like actually seeing that happen.
Yes. Yay! They're finally getting along. But because they got the same sort of goal in mind, it's just neither of them could see that. It's just they'll do what they both individually thought was the right thing to do, not realizing that they both want the same thing. They're just going about it different ways. So to actually join forces and actually work together was just really awesome to see. And it's what was needed. we needed.
They were both acting out of, like, they only had so much information, and once they like all the cards were out on the table, they were like, I can see this. Like, you were trying to do this, and I was trying to do this.
Yeah. I think it was really sort of a revelation for Robin, because she was just under the impression that Ironwood was doing all these horrible things for his own sort of gain, and when it wasn't the case at all, that he was fighting a greater evil, a greater threat that was not just going to threat Atlas and Mantle, but the whole world. So when Robin saw that, her attitude's like completely flipped, which is what we saw sort of in chapter 9. Yeah, and that's what it needed, though, and especially with the people in Mantle, especially needed to see was them working together, and through this, that hopefully we'll be able to get through what's happening.
Yeah, I was surprised the people of Mantle took that news so calmly, though. Like, granted, I mean, things were going really bad, so like, how much worse can this immortal entity that controls the Grimm? How much worse could it get? Like,
I don't think it really sunk in for a lot of them, because they're just at the moment they're just like trying to survive. But when things calm down a little bit and they've got time to think about this news, I think that's when it'll probably settle in and create panic. So this was probably the best time in a way for them to tell the people about Salem, because if they did it when everyone was calm and collected, then I think news would have hit harder. But right now they're already under attack by the Grimm, and it's like, oh, someone's controlling the Grimm? Well, okay. Because that's my thoughts anyway. But
and I think that is partially also what Ironwood's plan was he had the intention of, like, he wanted to have Mantle perfectly safe and everything perfect, and so that way when the panic happened, nothing bad would happen, and like, that was never gonna happen. It just wasn't gonna happen.
Nope, it just wasn't. So, and in chapter 9, I was like, everything, like, the plan's ruined, we're not going to be able to proceed, and Oscar's like, no, it's just that it's coming a little bit out of order. The panic's already here. So we need to still push through with our plan of what we're planning to do. It's just the panic's already started. Yeah, rather than saying the news and then panic. It's the other way around. But yeah, I also thought it was really clever too when they did their speech. What they said, of course, was meaning for Watts and Tyrion. I really liked how Ironwood said that the Amity Coliseum was ready and functional, ready to launch, but also that they were moving forces away from it to help with Mantle. And Watts is like, ooh, candy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, when did you figure out what Ironwood and Robin were doing? Because it was when he said that was when I was like, no, Amity Tower's not done yet. What are you talking about? And then she had her, like, Sector 17, I'm gonna see you there. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. I figured that with Robin. I didn't quite figure it out with Ironwood until Watts arrived at Amity and like, I hope he's walking into a trap. I hope this is a trap. And then you see Ironwood like, welcome. Like, yes, it's a trap. Because, yeah, it definitely, it's not finished. I'm not sure how far away it is, but it's definitely not finished and ready to launch yet. So, but I thought that was very clever of Ironwood to lure Watts there. And, yeah, that fight's going to be interesting. I love how they're both using pistols too. But I haven't shown it to Chris yet, but Watts' pistol reminds me so much of the ones from Borderlands 3, particularly the Jacobs ones. Yeah, it just gave that vibe to me. I was like, it reminds me of a Jacobs pistol. I didn't say that in my reaction, I was thinking it. But yeah, it reminded me much of that. It's very fancy and old school.
Yeah, it's also very fitting of his aesthetic too.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I mean, obviously it fits with his color scheme, but just like how intricate and ornate it kind of is. Yeah,
you can't be wielding a big massive saw bulky thing, you know. It has to be something sort of like elegant, and so yeah, just something you can just carry on his person without being too of a hindrance, because he's not a warrior. He's he's of course a, you know, a techie person behind the scenes thing, but he still needs something to protect himself, so it made sense. And the hard light shield as well.
Yeah, I always wondered if he even had a weapon, because he's just so scientist-y that, like, you know, I was like, would he ever, like, is he just gonna die to a Grimm sometime because he can't fight, or, you know, but it's like, well, I guess they kind of have to make everybody in, you know, Salem's cabal somehow capable. I just, because of how the world is, my phone's buzzing like crazy, how the world is, and also his position as well, being one of the villains and whatnot. I guess it makes sense he needed to have something just in case things did go wrong and he needed to protect himself. It's not always going to have Tyrion to do all the dirty work for him. So, especially now they're separate too. If they were together, I don't know
they will be able to defeat them if Watts and Tyrion work together. But now that they're actually separated, I feel more that they'll be able to. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, did you kind of get the impression that with like the way that kind of Watts sent Tyrion off, that he was like, that he almost knowingly was like sending Tyrion to his death, sort of a thing?
In a way, yeah.
It definitely felt like he was like, shit, I need to make a sacrifice, and I'm gonna sacrifice this crazy scorpion guy.
yeah. I got the feeling that Watts puts up with Tyrion, that he doesn't particularly like him, but he's a tool to be used. And he used him to create havoc, of course, so he didn't get his hands dirty. And now it's like, well, you go off and do your thing, sure, if you get killed, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I mean, what did he say exactly? Like, somehow if there's anybody who can create more chaos, it's you, or something like that. Something like that.
Which is also kind of true in a way, because but so it looks like we're going to get the fight that we've seen in the intro with Crow and Robin and Tyrion, but we've also got Clover there as well. So,
I really hope this puts the like traitor theory to rest, because
I hope so too.
Because I know I've personally never really bought into it. Like, I've seen like some of the people's arguments about like suspicious things, but I'm just like, I mean, we're in the final 3 episodes now. Like, I don't feel like it's happening at all. Yeah, I got a couple little vibes, but then I was just like, I didn't quite, like, I don't think that I had enough to really, like, settle into that sort of thought. It was just more like, there's a couple little things here and there. Yeah, I kind of get that, but not enough to convince me. But I really hope he is, and I hope he's all good, but... Yeah, exactly.
But we haven't really got anything to like really perceive that there is a traitor amongst the Aesops or Ironwood's close circle. It's not like any information's been leaked or anything like that. So
yeah, that was one thing I saw people talking about, is that Watts had no idea about the Amity Communication Project. He was like, "How did you hide this from me, James?" Yeah, so, like, I feel like that almost is proof that like someone isn't working with him in that aspect, because that's like the one thing he was trying to keep secret. Yeah, and now we know that he had no idea about it. Yeah, because if there was, well, say Clover was a traitor, then he would have told him about Amity. So yeah, so I hope none of them are traitors, but yeah. Well, interesting how that fight goes, whether Clover does stick around. But it was interesting too, because people are saying, what does Clover have a grudge against Tyrion? Just with how all 3 of them sort of teamed up, you know, and Crow's like, you have to get in line, because Crow's got a reason, of course, as does Robin, but Clover? Yeah. I'm just wondering, because like Clover's always been like so, you know, Atlas first, and he's very patriotic. So I'm wondering if it's just like, my grudge against you is you've caused Atlas problems. Yeah, that could be it. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I know some people were talking about like maybe he knew Pickerel, or the detective that he killed. Yes. That was in that report. People think that like maybe he knew him, or maybe they were lovers, or you know, something. And like, that seems like maybe it's too small of a detail. Yeah, it was a bit of a reach. We didn't see anything to sort of give us a hint that he was going through grief of losing someone close to him, so... Yeah. Yeah. But, I don't know. I think it just comes down to his general patriotism. Yeah. Yep, could be it. Exactly. Tyrion's been a thorn in their sides for a while, so... And also, he's just crazy. Oh, that too. I think it's going to be interesting, but I don't know, Tyrion's I've really sort of warmed up to since first seeing him, because I just love how crazy and unpredictable he is. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the fight. Even just the little snippet we saw in chapter 10, I love how he bounced on his tail after Clover threw his fishing hook at him. I just love that look on his face. I was like, huh? Sitting on his tail. Yeah, he's such a fun villain, because he's so unhinged. Yeah, and it's just like, especially just even with him like talking to Robin when he thought he had the upper hand on her. And like how just he went from just like completely out of control to like almost calm,
Yeah.
just like that, and it's
Yep.
like, ooh, you're creepy. I like it.
Because when him and Watts were listening to the speech and everything, Tyrion was really angry. His voice sounded very different too, and he was punching the wall and sort of making a bit of a scene. But yeah, he definitely lost his sort of like his cool, calm, sort of stalkerish sort of vibe that he has, especially when he was stalking Robin there. He was all cool and calm and collected, like and like he was sort of like he loves teasing his victims as well, as we've seen before too. So it looked like he was going to sort of tease her a bit. He wasn't going to kill her straight away, and but then the others showed up and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, they've definitely got the upper hand on him. So we'll see what happens.
I'm interested to see more of his semblance in action though, because that was a scary semblance.
Oh yeah. Yep, it makes sense too, because we always just thought like it was to do with the poison in his tail, but that's just an ability he has because of his fauna trait. His actual semblance appears to be able to bypass people's aura.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm interested to see people's theory that like it requires him to like channel his aura all to his hand to do that.
Yep.
Or if it's something like that, because people say that it's kind of like something about like sacrificing yourself to like somebody has to die so they can take out the scorpion, or which I'm like, I hope not, because I mean Clover is most likely the one to die in that instance then. Yes. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I hope not. It'd be good to see it more in action, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be a very fast-paced, bit of a messy fight, I feel, because it's 3 versus 1. So I think it's going to be, I'm sure it will look amazing, but it's going to be like attacks from all angles. And they're trying to dodge them all as well as finding an opening to be able to attack. So he's going to struggle.
Yeah. I also hope that they move out into the streets so they don't just continue to fight in that tiny little alleyway, because that just seems bad. Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to be able to choreograph it in that tight little space with 4 people fighting.
I mean, in the intro, they looked like they were in the street, so I think, you'll just naturally move out there. Yeah,
probably will, as the fight progresses. We've got everyone else as well, but I'm assuming they're in a part of the city where the others aren't, so...
Yeah, I mean, I guess probably the closest people would be Harriet, Ruby, and Penny, because, like, Penny was the one that radioed Robin about the, like, outer sector being clear. Or something, so I kind of got the impression they were, like, near each other.
We need a map of the city. See the different areas.
Yeah, where is Sector 17?
Yeah, because, like, even though we've seen a fair bit of Mantle, I don't really have a feeling of where things are exactly. Like, at Beacon, we sort of had a good idea where things were, but not with Mantle, because it's so big, sprawling sort of city, we haven't really... Like, this is here and this is that. It's kind of, I don't know where they will be in relation to the others, so.
Or if it'll even matter.
Yeah.
Because, like, the other thing is like, what are the others going to be doing now? Because, like, I mean, it seems like the Mantle evacuation is going very well.
Yeah,
so it's like,
at the moment.
Them, like, going up to Atlas to... make sure people are okay, or is there going to be more to do down in Mantle? And
maybe just fighting the Grim, but I guess the priority is get the people up to Atlas, so that's the main thing they'll be doing. And then I don't know. But also we've got Cinder and Neo as well. So it looks like Cinder's going to try and go up to the Winter Maiden, while Neo's going to go after Oscar.
I mean, those are the 2 people we don't have accounted for, are Winter and Oscar. Which, although granted, we know that Oscar was going back to Atlas Academy because that's where Ironwood told him to go, at least.
Yeah, and we don't know where Winter is because we didn't see her at all.
I find it hard to believe that Ironwood wouldn't have just sent her to Freya just to be like, the enemies are making their move. Just protect her just in case,
It doesn't seem like they don't. Well, I guess I guess it's unless Ironwood thinks that what's found out about her through when he was hacking the system, but he doesn't really have any reason to believe they will be going after her, so... Yeah. No, maybe Winter is at the academy. That would sort of make sense for me. Like, she's there protecting Oscar, or she could be just an Atlas helping the refugees as they arrive, or mental people as they arrive, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just, it's like, she's the, like, one character we don't have accounted for.
No.
Like, it's because she's with, she's with Freya. She has to be, like...
Yeah.
I feel like Ironwood really has things planned out right now.
Yeah.
Which seems very unlike him.
Yes.
But I'm like, she's got to be there, surely. Like, and are we going to get another Battle of the Maidens in chapter 12?
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, Cinder has to work out where the Winter Maiden is being kept. I don't think she knows. So,
yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing, is because it's like, I originally thought that she, like, maybe knew that Watts and Tyrion were there, but she also made it very clear in this episode that she had no idea they were there. They were supposed to be in Vacuo.
They're supposed to be in Vacuo, yep.
So I'm kind of like, okay, so, like, she has no idea they're there, so... It's not like she's going to be, like, going to get information from them. So I'm like, how is she going to get the information she needs on the Winter Maiden? Because I don't think Neo could have gotten that information.
No. I'm thinking, because of what Cinder said, that sort of about Ironwood. So threaten what he has, and he'll flock to protect it. So maybe she's got some plan in mind to make Ironwood reveal where the Winter Maiden is. How that's got to go, I don't know.
Yeah. Or she just is going to be like, I'm just going to attack the academy and kill everyone till I find them.
She probably assumes they are at the academy. We don't know exactly where she is either. She's in some facility, but we don't know where this facility is, if it's at the academy or somewhere else. And interesting, like, I seen, when I was, after I watched the episode, I looked at some of the comments and people were confused about what she meant by timeline. So Vacuo was the next target. Cinder wasn't there, of course, when Emerald, Mercury, and Hazel returned from Haven and said to Salem about Osborn being alive. So that was when Salem changed her mind and said going to Atlas, because that's where she knew Osborn was heading. So that's why they changed the plan from Vacuo to Atlas, and Cinder didn't know because she wasn't there. So, and how she said the timeline has changed. So she assumed they were going to be taking over Vacuo and she wouldn't have to deal with them. But now they're actually in Atlas. And she probably has an idea what their plans were for Atlas as well, possibly. So that sort of made sense to me. Yeah.
I also saw people's comments who were like, maybe Salem isn't heading to Atlas with the flying monkeys. Maybe she's attacking Vacuo with them right now.
No.
And I'm like, you don't give monkeys wings unless you want them to
fly,
attack the thing in the sky.
Yeah,
perhaps.
It makes more sense.
Like,
yeah,
it makes more sense that she'll be on her way to Atlas at some point.
Yeah. And as we know from Alice in Wonderland stories, the flying monkeys tore the Tin Man apart. So, yeah, it makes sense that she's setting them up against Ironwood and Atlas. But everyone's being evacuated to Atlas. I've seen people mentioning about that. And then, Atlas is going to fall with everyone on Atlas and not in Mantle. Possibility, but the city is going to fall if it does. And it's still going to affect the people on top of the city as well. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'd be more worried for the people on top of the city than down below. I mean, down below, it'll probably just be, like, lots of dust and, I mean, there'll be bad stuff that happens there. But, like, the people who are on the flying thing, it's gonna be like, well, they're the ones that are all gonna probably die.
Yeah.
And now they're all there.
Now they're all up there. That's it, exactly. And that's the only place really they had to evacuate to as well. They couldn't really go out on the tundra where all the Grim were. They had to go up to Atlas. So I'm wondering too if that was also part of the plan with Watts and Tyrion, but I'm not sure. Because it seemed they wanted the Grim to destroy their enemies, so destroy all the people, not have them all evacuate up to Atlas.
Yeah. It is kind of confusing at this point. Like, what exactly is the plan?
Yeah.
Because, like, is the plan to, like, get him to move the, like, defenses? Because I originally, when he was talking in Chapter 9 about, like, having to move his defenses, I thought he meant, like, the big naval thing that the naval blockade that we saw at the beginning of
Oh yeah.
it, but he said in his speech that he was diverting resources from Amity Tower to go
Yes.
there. So it's like, oh, so he moved those defenses away, but is like Atlas still protected? It's just Amity Coliseum isn't protected anymore.
They also got the feeling that he only said that because he wanted to bait Watts as well. So it's not necessary there were anything protecting it. The Amity might have been, but yeah, I think the real purpose of that was just the bait Watts to say it's unprotected. Come have a look. Come follow the candy, the shiny thing.
Yeah, totally not a trap. Come here.
Totally not. Hey, Chozo.
I don't know what he was thinking. Like, honestly, Watts, like, what was your plan? It was too obviously a trap, I feel.
I just feel like it was just like, ooh, shiny. Like, this is this thing they've been planning to do, and I didn't know about it. I'm going to go check it out, sort of thing. But yeah, it was obviously a trap. But
he did also say this will do when he arrived there. So it's like he had some plan for what he was going to do.
Maybe or some idea or something. Maybe they were going to broadcast people being killed by the Grim or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, or if, you know, the other theory that people have is like they're going to basically use that thing, Amity as a giant nuke kind of a thing. Because I mean, there's a lot of gravity dust on that thing.
There is a lot of dust in general. Yeah.
So I'm sure that would be a pretty big boom if something happened to that.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I just wonder, I caught that line where he said, this will do. And
this
I'm
will
like,
do.
For what?
For what? Yeah, what are you planning?
I don't think we're going to find out because, I mean, I have every faith that Ironwood will be able to beat him.
I think it's going to be a really close match. It's just we haven't seen Watts fight, so we really have no idea what he is capable of. Whereas with Ironwood we have, and we know he's quite a strong fighter. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go. But Watts also does have he's able to hack into like the environments that are in Amity Coliseum as well, like he did. We brought out the gravity. I'm not sure. I can't remember what they called those ones.
I've been calling it the virtual arena, but I don't know if that was actually what they called it. But it was something like that. Yeah,
because we only saw very briefly in Volume 3 the fight with Penny and CL. So
yeah, they had plans to use it in the Juniper versus Sun fight that they never ended up doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that biome. I've seen people be like, oh, I had no idea that this was actually a thing. And it's like, yep, you can see it in the background of this one shot.
Yep. Very, very briefly, it was there. Yeah, that's what I mentioned in my reaction as well. It's like, oh yeah, we saw this really briefly in Volume 3, so it's cool to be able to see it again in a bit more detail. Yeah, I thought that was a really nice little thing. And I was so annoyed at myself that I didn't say my reaction when Watts says, oh, I don't mean to sound cliche, and I was going to say, because you had the high ground. But no, just I'm not going to go down without a fight. But I didn't mention in my reaction. I was like, damn it, I should have said that because I thought it and just didn't say it. I was like, I'm watching Star Wars so much recently. It's like, I have the high ground.
But also, James has 2 pistols though, so
he does.
2 beats 1.
Yeah, well, and he is half machine too.
Yeah, people keep thinking that he's gonna hack him, and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works.
No, well, yeah, he's not really. He just has mechanical parts, like Yang has a mechanical arm. He's got like, well, we're not sure how much of his body, but at least half of his body, and being mechanical doesn't necessarily mean he is an actual robot himself. It's just he has mechanical pieces for his body. I hope we find out why, like what happened for him to have to do that.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really seen any of his robotiness at all this volume. Yeah. Because he's always been wearing his gloves, so, you know, you can't see his robot hand or anything. So, I don't know, maybe that'd be cool to see in his fight with Watts. Is like, you know, maybe they bring up the, like, fire biome and, like, you know, his clothes get torn that way or something.
Possibly. I think we will see some of his rope, at least probably his arm, but see what happens. So I'm excited to see the fight. Excited to see both these fights. And they have, like, people mentioned, like, in previous this volume, we haven't had any like life and death fights yet. So to actually, these feel like life and death fights.
Yeah.
It's definitely got more of a vibe that.
Like, we also have Neo going after our small farm child.
I'm hoping Osborne will kick in and help him if he gets into...
Yeah.
But I don't like Neo looking like RWBY. It's like, no, don't do that. I don't like it. Stop. But you can't,
that was one of the tweets that I liked this week, was somebody was like, I can't believe RWBY was the traitor all along. With that screenshot of Neo as RWBY standing next to Cinder, and I was like, yes. I want to confuse people who haven't seen the episode yet.
Oh dear. But because Neo probably will do that with Oscar, but she can't talk or anything. So if Oscar's like, RWBY, what are you doing here? She can't say anything. So hopefully he'll clue on that it's actually not RWBY. But, or if I'm assuming Neo probably will turn to RWBY, but she could use someone else.
Especially because she most likely saw that like awkward interaction that they had.
Yes.
So it's like, she could maybe like. She's manipulative. She could use that.
Oh yeah, I think she definitely will try to manipulate Oscar to get the lamp from him.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how.
I just hope.
Or if she's just straight up gonna go like punch, kill.
Yeah, I hope not. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I just hope Osborne will come and help Oscar a little bit there.
It could be how he unlocks his semblance, though, because there was that little bit of foreshadowing.
Yes.
Earlier this volume.
Yeah, he still hasn't unlocked his semblance yet. Well, that's true. That could happen. Yeah. I just noticed Chosen did a laughy face. What was the laughy face for?
It was for the tweet of RWBY was the tweet. Traitor.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I love the team up with RWBY, Penny, RWBY and Penny particularly. Harriet was there. Poor Harriet. Like, everyone's like cheering after Penny and RWBY, and Harriet is like, well, I was here. I always got killed.
I know, when her aura broke, I was like,
uh-oh.
Especially because I think in the scene, we had the scene before that too, where Elm used her rocket launcher.
Yes.
And before she whipped that out, I was like, I thought we were going to lose Elm there. And then I was like, oh, nope, she's got a big rocket launcher. And then we saw Harriet's aura, and I was like,
I know. But yeah, she was good. And I loved the RWBY and Penny's interaction through that whole little bit. Like when Penny got knocked off, RWBY came out, you okay? Because Penny's like, that hurt.
I also noticed that her little like necklace thing, it flashed as she like came back to,
I think she got knocked unconscious, and it was like she turned off basically, and then she turned back on and go, oh, that hurt.
But it was like, I was wondering if that was maybe her like power core or something.
Maybe.
It's like, but I'm like, that seems like a very vulnerable place to put like the thing powering you.
I think it might just be like in a way like a switch light or something. So not necessarily the core, but it represents the core. So when she gets like turned off like that, it will go dark and then turn back on when she comes back on, I guess. Foreshadowing? Yeah. Well, foreshadowing with Oscar's semblance. Or do you mean something to do with Penny, Chozo?
About the thing kind of flickering.
Oh, yeah.
Not being foreshadowing. I hope not. I mean, like, I love having Penny around, but she's so
Penny,
OP.
She
is. It kind
is.
of feels like we have to get rid of her at some point.
I hope not. I really loved her. Well, loving her in this volume. It's just, and its story arc and everything. It's, love her too much for something to happen to her.
And she got her redemption this episode too. The people of Mantle believe in her again.
They believe in her again. Yay! She's the protector of Mantle again. Not just Ironwood's robot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, she is honestly, like, I've always said that the weird dichotomy between Winter and Penny is Penny is honestly more representative of Ironwood's more humanity side of him than in Winter's more the robot side, even though they're not.
Yeah, exactly. I loved also the scene with Jean I thought that was really funny. And how he's like, you know, oh, in a straight line, a hand on the shoulder in front of you. And who asked him? It was
it was Vine.
Vine, that's right. Yeah.
Learn that.
You learn that now.
School
yeah. When he's been escorting the kids to school, and I love the two little boys again that we've seen on and off throughout the volume as well. You show how it's done, and they look so proud as they're marching off. It's so cute.
Yeah. I know. That was the one callback I was like, this was not a callback I ever expected to come to anything, was the fact that Jean had to escort kids to school. And yet somehow it comes back to mean something later.
Yeah. And he has that commanding sort of like vibe as well, especially in that scene. Like when he shout out instructions, everyone sort of like rushed to do what he was saying too. So that was a really nice thing to see as well. Even though he might have learned it from escorting the kids to school, but he was less like, no one would have questioned it as such. They're like, yep, he's telling us to do this and just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, okay, the huntsman said do this, we gotta do this.
Yes, yeah.
But like, man, Vine's semblance is so cool though. Like,
it
he
is.
Can just hold down a horde of Grimm with
just
his
like,
hands. You know?
They're separating the water sort of thing. Yeah.
Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's very cool. Just thinking other moments. Love Nora, of course,
and by the
Blake. Yes,
Goliath was creepy.
It was. I was like, why is she running? But she was leading them to where, of course, Yang and who else was there? God, I watched this only the other day. Yeah, Yang and Elm were there. Yeah.
Yeah. The things that were with the Megaliath, were they Ursa, or because they look too small to be Ursa? I
thought they were like those tiger things they fought in the first chapter, but I could have been wrong. There might have been some other sort of form of beast Grimm.
Because I was like, they're either Ursa or they're like bobcats, because they kind of reminded me of bobcats.
Yeah, they could be, because we've seen those other sort of like cat-like Grimm. I thought Blake had enough of running away.
That's sad.
But yeah, I liked all the scenes we had. The one at the start with Nora Weiss and I was gonna call him Wags. Oh my god, my brain's not working today. Oh goodness, Marrow. She's the expert. Yeah, I like that scene and sort of why sort of peering around her knight as well. That was cute.
I didn't catch what was happening in that scene at first. I was like, why does she look like embarrassed about killing this thing? And it's like, oh, she almost stabbed his tail.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And it sort of looked like she was showing off a bit because it was a big giant knight, you know. But I poor Nora as well, when the crowd of people were asking, you know, what his own were doing and everything. Is like, we're trying to help, and like I feel for her so much. I was like,
Yeah, it also, I've seen people wonder if it's like a callback to her yelling at Ironwood in chapter 7.
Yeah.
About the, like, you know, you
hey,
say
Nick.
We just need a little more time, but you know, the people down there are the ones who will be suffering, and then she's now down there with the people suffering, asking them for just a little more time.
We're doing our best, you know. Yeah. And I also saw just prior to that too, where she took down a Grimm, where there was a lady and her child as well carrying beside. Yeah. There's a lot of really good moments in this chapter. There was quite a lot going on for a 15-minute chapter.
Yeah, I know. Like, every single time I watched the episode and I look at the time of it, I'm like, this episode was only 15 minutes.
Only 15 minutes.
Like, it's so much happened.
Do we have the time for next episode?
Yeah, the next episode is 20 minutes and 20 seconds.
Wow, actually.
2020.
Wow, yeah, that's quite a long episode.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
It means shit's gonna go bad.
You could do. I was just going to get it up as well. I take it you've seen the thumbnail and everything. Yeah. I
mean, it was released like Monday or something. Like, it was really early as far as things go.
Yeah, which one was the really late? I think it was chapter 9, I think, which was quite delayed. Or was it?
Yeah.
Or was it 8? Can't remember now. But yeah, so it's called Gravity as well, which has me concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it says, between what's Tyrion and a seemingly endless swarm of grim, evil is encroaching on our heroes from all sides. The biggest threat, however, may be hiding where they least expect it. So I think it's referring to Costa, Cinder, and Neo, I think, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
Gravity. It's called Gravity. Yeah, and it's got a shot of Ironwool down with his pistol smoking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a clip, because I saw a few seconds of it before I realised what it was and quickly clicked out of it, of Ironwood fighting Rot. So, but that was going to be expected and it was going to happen. I didn't see much in the little clip, but...
Was it a clip? I thought it was just that entire it was just a little GIF they released.
Oh, was it a GIF?
Like 2 seconds of it. I think that was all that was released.
Yeah, it was something. It wasn't much.
I've seen of it anyway.
Yeah. It was.
I think that. Yeah.
It wasn't anything that we weren't expecting to see anyway. It was just them starting the fight or something, and I was like, nope, not looking. Scroll past. Yeah. And it was such a good episode. But yeah. Well, I usually go watch it with Mum, and I just said to her, no, we'll watch 10, 11 together, because I kind of got the feeling they're meant to be watched together. But won't know, of course, till we see chapter 11. But yeah. No,
I mean, we're in the end game now. Like this episode, I feel like it gave a pretty clear indication where the rest of the season's gonna go.
Yeah, they've still got 3 episodes, so I was like, what are they gonna do in 3 episodes? Especially this one's 20 minutes long, chapter 11.
Yeah.
So
yep, it's gonna go bad.
I say chapter 12 will probably be maybe around the 18 or 16 minute mark, probably. And then the finale will be 20 minutes, possibly up to a little bit longer because of the credits at the end. Yeah,
I don't know. The finales, ever since volume 3, basically, I've been kind of like the finales have always disappointed me in length because volume 3's was so long that it's
it was
it's like ever since I'm like I need to just be expecting like maybe more of the same that we usually get for finales. Outside of just, like the 5 extra minutes for the credits.
Yeah. I think the last couple have definitely been shorter. I also feel like they haven't always had that impact of a finale as much. Like Volume 4 to me felt like it had that because they had the Knuckly fight. And that was really a life and death fight to me. Whereas in Volumes 5 and 6, we haven't really had that life and death finale fight. As such, like we had the Leviathan in in Volume 6, but it still didn't really feel like a finale fight as such. So I'm really hoping we'll get something like that in this volume. Like I feel like it's missing that. I still like the Volume 6 finale. But
well, I mean, we came to find out that like originally chapter 1 of this volume was going to be the finale too. Yeah. So like that kind of in a way is like you could kind of see how it was designed to be a finale with, especially the way the episode ended with like them being arrested and like the closing of the door. But like I also feel like I was like maybe I liked the finale to Volume 6 a little bit more now. Seeing that.
Yeah, I kind of get why they didn't include that in the finale in the end. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're so close. I can't believe that we're only 3 episodes away from the.
I know. It's like RWBY's going to be done in less than a month. Like that's
why
unreal.
I've been enjoying it, and then it's gonna be gone.
I know. I feel like it. I still feel like it just started. I feel like RWBY just started.
Same.
It's like, what do you mean we're almost done?
What do you mean there's only 3 episodes left?
Oh, we never talked about RWBY trying to use her silver eyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that they show that she tried to use it rather than just not mentioning it or showing it at all. But she just hasn't learnt to use it on wheel that quite well yet. So, and like how she looked like she went to look at her hip, like to see if the relic was there and asked Jin to help her. I don't know. It looked like she looked down and then Yeah,
I think in my reaction I even said, I was like, why are you looking for Jin? Do you not remember what she said last time? Like,
yeah,
you can't do that again.
Maybe she was just thinking of it. I don't know. It was interesting, but yeah, I love the Indomitable score. Yeah, actually talking.
It is a bit.
Yeah, but It is OP, so I feel like it's showing really well that, yeah, she has this really OP ability, but she hasn't learned to master it yet. So she can't just use it whenever she wants to use it as such. So, and it was also interesting how she decided and just continue on and thinking probably of Maria's part as though, well, you got your semblance and your training. That's the more important thing than the silver eyes. That's what you need to rely on. You can't just rely on the silver eyes.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, because we heard Indomitable through that little section, which was great. The score in this episode was amazing. But there's also a lot of little tunes, and like I can't pick what the tune is for, but it's a very Pacific tune. So I'm thinking it might be from some songs on the soundtrack, which we don't know of yet. It could be the end credit song, it could be just another song. But there was definitely some little like motives in there that sounded like something that we haven't heard before. But yeah, I was just like, oh, I like this tune. I don't think I've heard this tune before, but it's just like I'm not sure. It sounded really specific. A bit like with Nevermore in the Adam, Blake and Yang fight, you could definitely hear the score for that. Armed and Ready back in Volume 4 as well. You had that little, yeah. So we've heard them before. We actually got the songs. So I just felt like these score was very Pacific. Did you get that feeling as well? Or?
Yeah. There were a couple points, like first, like right at the start of the episode.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that felt like something.
Yeah.
And then that moment with Nora standing like in front of the screen as everything was like ramping up. I was like, the score here feels important. Yeah,
it could be a part of Trust Love. Because there'll be, of course, the what do you call it? Not the verses, but there's a section. I've forgotten what it's called, but there's a section of songs which usually has a slightly different tune, so it could possibly be from that. But I don't know. It just sounded really like, oh, this is a tune from something, but we don't know what yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably going to be related to, the fights that are coming.
Oh yeah.
Because those are always, because it's been a while since we got our last full song. I guess it was chapter 6, wasn't it? Where we got the little Ren and Nora song
Shine Part 2 kind of thing. And because we actually got some songs quite early on in the volume. Like we had the one in chapter 3 when they were jumping down from the ship. We've also had another one. Just trying to think now, because we had that one.
Chapter 5 during the montage, there was that
one. Montage, yeah, there was that one. So we had 3 and 5 and then 6. So we actually had some songs quite early, but then we haven't had anything since then. But with the fights coming up, there's definitely a good possibility we're going to get some actual songs in these fight scenes.
Especially if we do have another, Battle of the Maidens. We need another, fucking rock song to go with that. We've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and we went before Ifrit, which has been ages since we did Ifrit fight, and it was just the music and it was like heavy metal song, and it's like, this is so good. So we needed a good heavy metal song in when there's a lot of going on, and we had a really epic fight. So but it sounds like they've had a lot more time to put the score and music together as well, since RWBY have been ahead with everything. So that means they've had more time to think about the scores and work on them, rather than just a week, which they previously had, or even not quite a week. Yeah.
That's
the thing I'm most excited to eventually talk with Alex Abraham about.
Yes.
Is how was the work schedule this volume? Was it more chill? Because I know last volume he was kind of talking about how it was it was pretty close together to get things out. So Alex Abraham quite often joins the Boopcast as a guest. Usually it's around the finale episode, isn't it? You talk to him, or we're having him on for 12.
Okay, cool.
I
Awesome.
think that's what we're planned for.
Yeah. It's always good. I remember watching the last year's one when he was talking about the Leviathan fight and how he put the score pieces together for it, and how the opera parts were actually saying different sort of phrases like "don't eat me" and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. There was something in there too about sea monster. Like he made them say sea monster or something like that.
Yeah. It was really funny. It's very clever. And then when you watch the episode after hearing that, you're like, oh yeah, I can kind of pick it out a little bit.
Yeah, he even named that section of the score in the soundtrack after the thing that he did, like the Ameta,
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what exactly it is, but like if you look in the Volume 6 scores, you'll see that one, and that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. No, that's the songs, not the album. Yeah. RWBY Osa Manata. That's what it was. Yeah. I was trying to think what else. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to hopefully some really epic fights, haha, fights in chapter 11. And also, seeing what Cinder Neo's plan is going to be, as well as what the characters are going to do now that they're evacuating everyone. And
yeah, that's the thing I'm always like, because we have a pretty clear plan about like what the villains are up to, and then what Robin and all the people who we see like actively engaged in fights. But I'm like, what about like Team RWBY and the rest of the Aesops? Like, what are they gonna be doing? Like,
exactly.
they got to do something.
I just had a thought. Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm worried. Like, if Salem shows up here, because I'm like, ooh, is that how they're gonna keep them busy? Is like
maybe
stopping the flying monkeys? But I hope not.
Yeah, well, I also just had a thought that like if Neo goes after Oscar, if the gang returns to the academy as well. That'll be interesting if, Neo's RWBY, then RWBY walks in. Sort of like, it's another me. But she has seen Neo do it before on Volume 3 on the fight with Roman, how she sort of changed her appearance. So RWBY has an idea that she can change her appearance. So if she sees another her standing there, then, probably clue on that it's Neo. Maybe.
Plus, also, we see that Neo, she was in her very Neo way telling Cinder that no, I want RWBY.
Yeah, what about RWBY?
Like, if RWBY shows up, that could throw a wrench into what Cinder wants Neo to do. If Neo's like, never mind, fuck the lamp, gotta kill,
Yeah, exactly, because that's Neo Skull's getting revenge, and she's only joining along with Cinder at the moment to get the revenge on RWBY, but definitely got the feeling that she's going to betray Cinder here too. Because she also blames Cinder, of course, for getting Roman involved and then killed.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I feel like she just knows she can't get her revenge on Cinder because
not yet.
Cinder's god powered.
She's biding her time, and maybe she'll catch Cinder unawares, and that will be when she will try and like if RWBY was to weaken Cinder, then Neo could definitely go after her. No. I just got the feeling,
There's a theory going around that Neo might become the Winter Maiden.
Yeah.
Because there was a thing in Chibi that, granted, I never watched Chibi up to that point, but there was like a thing in Chibi where like there was like a snowman that was in her color scheme that was holding up a sign that said Winter Maiden. So it's like was that like a weird bit of foreshadowing they did in Chibi, 2 years ago?
It's true, yeah. I totally forgot about that little scene. I think that was in the Christmas episode. I think it was, yeah. Don't know, I don't think so, but
yeah.
Well, if she was to become the Winter Maiden, even it has to be random, which seems too much of a coincidence, or the Winter Maiden wouldn't have had to see Neo be able to, yeah. And thing is though, Neo would likely be looking like someone else if she was to encounter the Winter Maiden. So how would that work if maybe looks like Winter or something and dies, and then would she be thinking of Winter? Will probably go to Winter, not actually Neo, who looks like Winter.
Yeah.
Don't know how that would work.
Unless it just becomes like a weird maiden power hopping thing where it's like Winter gets the maiden powers and then, Neo kills Winter to get the maiden powers, and it just,
And then
powers
Cinder
on
kills
all-
Neo to get the winter powers.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a way to do it.
Yeah, Cinder's only using Neo at the moment because she needs assistance currently. Well, it's better for Neo to work with her than against her. So, But yeah, I did like that scene. How Cinder's talking about their plan, and Neo's like, "What about RWBY? This is what we're here for." Yeah, it's definitely a good way to portray that. What about RWBY?
Yeah, it's so amazing how they can how much personality they can give a character who never talks.
Yeah,
and how much she can say never speaking a word. It's so good. Like
it is.
They do her so well.
They really do. Yeah. So it's just how it's going to be. Like when she goes after Oscar, how is she going to get Oscar to trust her? And she can't say anything. So it'll be interesting how she does that.
Yeah. I'm scared for our little farm child.
I am too. But I don't know. It wouldn't make sense to me if they were to kill Oscar off. Because he's got so much potential. But something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so...
I can't kill him off, but we've seen that limbs are not off limits.
That's very true. That's very true. I don't know. I'm thinking Osborn is still lurking there, and well, he did help a little bit at the end of Volume 6. So if something was if Oscar was to be in very grave danger, I think Osborn would either step in or at least provide some guidance.
Yeah,
it might be the thing that'll actually bring Osborn back to the forefront instead of hiding away. Well, that's the only thing I can really think that Oscar would survive the Neo fight is if he had Osborn's help. Don't think he's ready to fight someone like Neo on his own. He can fight, but Neo's basically like an assassin. She's I
mean, I would love to see a rematch between her and Yang, but that's also kind of a thing where I'm like, it's not really high on the priority list right now.
No.
But it'd be cool if that happened. But I'm like, I don't know what everybody else is going to be doing right now, because everybody else has a fairly clear plan what they're up to, except for are they still going to be down in Mantle? It seemed like the evacuation efforts were going well. So
they come back up to Atlas. I think it would be really awesome if we get a fight with Team RWBY, of course, with Cinder and Neo. I think that will be really cool for them up against them too. Don't know, or at least against Neo anyway.
Yeah.
Because
I mean that they do have to find out somehow that those guys are there.
Hydrate.
It would be too convenient if for them to just be like, "Yay, we got Tyrion and Watts victory!" And then although that could be their benefit is having no idea that there are still enemies lurking in Atlas.
But well,
granted,
that's it.
They're making their move, so I'm like, I find it hard to believe they won't find out they're there.
I think they will find out in some way, especially if they're successful. It'll be interesting how it goes with the Winter Maiden. I definitely think the Winter Maiden's going to die, and it'll either become Winter or Cinder's going to steal the powers. Yeah, I think it'll be really cool to see actual Winter, though, fight up against Cinder. That'll be awesome. Yeah,
especially because, we don't know if Winter knows that, Cinder almost killed Weiss.
Yeah, that too, yes.
So, that could be an interesting thing for her to be like, you're the girl that almost killed my sister. Die!
Yeah, I doubt Weiss would have told Winter about that because she would have worried. I got impaled and almost died. It's fine.
Weiss does not talk about that moment nearly enough for how honestly traumatizing it must have been.
Yeah, she hasn't mentioned it at all. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess they don't want to it was Jean's victory, so we'll just ignore the trauma that went before that. I know. I something horrible is going to happen in the next episode. It just has to.
Yeah, I definitely got the vibe something bad's going to happen in this episode.
Chapter 11s are not good. Bad things happen in Chapter 11s every time.
Yep.
Every time.
Well, we're hoping for Ironwood and Watson, Crow, Robin, and Clover against Tyrion to be victorious. but they may not be. There's also a possibility that even though I think Ironwood is strong enough to defeat Watts could still outsmart him. And something could happen.
Because he did, you know, he did say the Tin Soldier's heart has cost him his mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, like, he can, even though we've seen that, like, you know, just the fact of Watts not knowing about the Amity Project, that he can outsmart Watts, but, like, I don't know, now that Watts is... Because, I mean, that's the thing is Watts is also in the know. Everybody's in the know, but now so is Watts.
Yes.
So Watts can, like, more actively outsmart him this way.
Could definitely outsmart him. Especially, like, the fact that he can hack into the Colosseum and everything now, too, like he did with these little ring things. So, yeah. I think Ironwood has to be very cautious and wary of Watts and don't feel too overconfident when fighting him. He may not be a strong fighter, but he's smart and he can definitely change things for his advantage. So whereas with Tyrion, I think it's going to be an interesting fight. 3 versus 1, so I don't know. I feel like one of them has to get injured or killed. Like, I don't like it.
There is still the, like, Crow's bad luck semblances in there, like, just because we've seen that, like, just because Clover's there, they don't, like, cancel each other out.
They still
like,
happen.
The bad luck and the good luck both happen.
Yes.
So it's kind of a thing where I'm like, that could, you know, cause some problems because Crow doesn't like to fight with people for that reason, and he's got 2 people here he's fighting with, like. This could be bad. It
could be bad. Though also we've got Clover's good luck, which also could help the situation. Yeah. Well, Robin, she's a skilled fighter, as we know.
Yeah. Her semblance isn't going to be
No, her semblance is not going to help here at all. But she's a huntress, so she's, skilled and trained warrior. But, I don't know. I've got the feeling if anything out of the fights, it probably will be that fight where someone will get injured or killed.
Yeah. I also hope we see more of the Happy Huntresses because we haven't seen any of them.
No,
like, even this
very
episode,
briefly.
They were like the first people we saw too, and I was like, Happy Huntresses, and then they never really
and then
showed
they
up
just
again.
Buggered off.
Like, they were in the crowd a couple times, and that's about it. And it was like, oh, but like I wanted to see Fiona open up a hand portal and chuck a truck at one of the Megalites.
That'd be amazing. I love Fiona. She's adorable. Yeah. It's such a cool semblance. I was like, we need to see more of them fighting. Hopefully we'll see them fight a bit more. Maybe they'll help. If Robin gets injured, they might step in maybe.
Yeah, I mean, again, they do have to drag this out for 3 more episodes.
3 more episodes.
I always say it's like they have to drag it out, but it's like drag it out. It's really more of like it's gonna feel very natural how it ends.
Yeah,
I feel like, and everything's gonna be important because even right now I still have questions for what's gonna happen with these things, and I feel like most of the questions that I feel I know the answers to are going to be resolved probably in chapter 11. So it's like then there's still 12 and 13 to do.
Exactly. Yeah. And we've got the big finale fight, whatever that's going to be. Could be the flying monkeys. We thought we'll get Cinder and Neo in the last few episodes, but we've gone a bit earlier than we expected as well. So,
they kind of threw a loop into how I was foreseeing this volume going.
Well, we knew they were catching up timeline-wise because they were behind. So they've definitely caught up. But, I know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still like, I kind of feel like, and granted though, this doesn't feel like a good way to end a volume, is like the volume to end with like the flying monkeys arriving. And it's like, see you next year.
Yeah.
I feel like that was almost too cruel of Rooster Teeth.
They could definitely leave it on a cliffhanger, like they were going to originally with Volume 6. So,
I don't know. I'm just excited to see what the next episode is. And
Same.
How it goes. I want to see like more of what exactly Cinder has planned.
Yes.
Because it just seems like right now she's like, I'm just going to go explore Atlas until I find this, hidden maiden.
Well, she did say about, threatening something, so Ironwood would come flocking to protect it. So I don't know. I feel like she's going to cause some chaos and just hope that sort of, she finds out through where the maiden is through that way. But I don't know how it's going to work.
But that thing is like, what would she attack then? Because would she attack the academy? Because,
possibly.
It's like Well, but I mean, she is a one-man army, so that
Yeah.
could work.
That could work.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm just interested to see what they do.
Yeah. And we're looking forward to seeing the two main fights, and I think we're going to definitely be back and forth between those two, and then in the middle of it will of course be Cinder and Neo making their movements, as well as whatever our characters are doing.
I feel like that's probably why the next episode is so long. Because it's like we need to like resolve some stuff and get some people together and like set up all these different things for like the ending.
Yeah.
So we can streamline it down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 20-minute episode, and then we got chapters 12 and 13 as well. So. I'm drinking coffee and I'm still yawning away. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there, I'm thinking. We're just over the hour mark. I was going to say what our predictions are, but we've already said what our predictions are, really. I'm just really looking forward to see what happens, and yeah. Oh, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. It's just,
I mean, I'm really like, if they're really going for the volume 3 parallels, the first half of this episode is going to be like, yeah.
Oh, but little victories.
Terrible.
Then it goes downhill.
That's why I'm almost like, maybe we will like see, they'll almost be the like cinematic parallels of like Freya in an aura transfer machine and she dies in it like Amber did. But I would love to see how exactly, if they'd use those aura transfer machines, how does it work? Because we had all the speculation in volume 3 about how it would work, and now it's like that ended up getting messed with, and I'm like, maybe they can explore that with Winter then.
Maybe.
With like having somebody else's aura shoved into you,
because it'll change who you are. Yeah, it's just like having someone else's soul. I hope it doesn't come to that, because I think that will definitely mess things up for Winter.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess that's why they haven't done it yet, because they wanted to avoid that as much as possible, and they were hoping she'll just pass and then the powers just go to Winter. But I guess it's there in case of an emergency. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything else we want to say here. So, yeah, thank you everyone watching on Twitch or on YouTube as well. And I'll pop some links so you can go follow Cory's YouTube and Twitch and whatnot below, as well as the Boopcast as well, which will be soonish. Well, in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah. And of course, make sure you check out Cory's reactions as well. Because our reactions to chapter 10 will be up when this is up on YouTube. So yeah, I was so emotional in the first part of my reaction to chapter 10.
Oh no.
Just with the speech, I got really emotional. I was like, oh, I'm so emotional. How were you in your reaction?
I mean, I was just like, I can't believe he's doing this. And I was like, I was honestly, I was just like listening, and I was honestly just really more analyzing what he was saying, because I was like, I was worried because he had the information about that Salem couldn't be destroyed, and he's on live TV with a lie detector. So
yes,
like, use your words very carefully, James.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, but it was super inspirational as well.
Yeah, it really was.
With him being like, we need to unite together and fuck Salem.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
And then just all the little fights and things as well just wrapped up this chapter to be really good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, wrap it up there. Where's my great one? I usually go praise the great one at the end of the stream. And Dawn usually praises the waifu, but in Pocket Neo.
I was like, I didn't grab a thing.
You didn't grab a thing? Praise the great one! Woo!
The great one.
The great one. And yeah, I'll see you guys all next week to discuss chapter 11. And Cory will be on the Boopcast, of course, discussing chapter 11 next time too. Yeah. And thank you everyone for watching, and catch you all next time. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!